Last of the Dragonlords by Fluttershy 20, Chapter 15. On the horizon back, the landscape was littered with natural beauty. To her right were small hills that were in the shape of lumps and covered in lush green grass. To her left was a river surrounding a large meadow that was dotted with varied colors that she adored, made her dark world a little brighter. In front of her was covered the horizon like a clay wall, was a large forest where some trees stood taller than the others, swayed about lowly as a light breeze touched them. All around her and her friends, the world was abundant with wildlife. Her ants crossing the road, the great feathered eagles soaring overhead. Fluttershy took a deep breath of fresh, cool air, then let it out again as she walked. She was in front of the group, with a small smile on her face. She truly couldn't stay sad in an area full of nature like she was now, nor could she afford to. She needed now to stay strong, or her father's death would have been nothing. Above her was Rainbow Dash, winking at an eagle Diggy was asking for a race. Twilight was just behind her, with a notebook and quill held in her magic, studying some of the plants of Horska. Applejack was a few feet behind Twilight, looking down to the ground with a large frown on her face. Verity was off the road, her nose buried in one of the flowers.
"Oh, these are so beautiful!" she exclaimed. "I wonder if these would be any good as a fragrance." "Oh, just imagine it, Verity. Something new from Verity. Here's your with it. That's just not a bad slogan. This needs a title."
She trailed off into whispers. She came up with a new business game. Fluttershy just rolled her eyes.
While Pinky was behind with Drella asking a question. Questions had been handed down from Pie family to Pie since the very beginning of Equestria. Well, according to Pinky, anyway. A TV or a chimichanga?
Dora pondered. Very interesting. Let's just say it's your tongue. Sounds delicious. Even just saying it makes my mouth water, but never tried anything like it.
Well, you wouldn't silly, Pinky said with a wave of her hoof. Does I mean myself now?
That confused the horse greatly.
Smells so cherries and deep fried tequila. Sounds delicious like a great name, huh?
Dora nodded with a wide, enthusiastic grin. When we get back to Castilian, you're gonna have to show me how to make that.
Pinky squeaked. Oh, I love that. And I can see your other things like,
She gestured to Dora to lean closer to her as he did voice up.
although I really do it for these ponies.
She pointed to the 5 ponies in front of her.
We have no self-control.
Fluttershy rolled her eyes and chuckled at the mention of the They all had a good laugh about it in the end. And the cake won, so that was that.
So, Fluttershy,
So I said she tried up next to the Pegasus.
I was wondering,
You said yesterday those key things were made by Starsword the Bearded?
is that the same unicorn maze I know and love?
Fluttershy nodded.
The very not same. It also shows how he was able to live so long, since Dragonlords can live a bit very longer than other ponies.
Twilight let out a little squeal that was usually reserved for me and Io. But since Starsword was dead, it didn't matter.
I can't believe that I mean you, found the true piece of Starsword's immortality. I remember sending a letter to the princess about it after Hearts Over Eplay and... Yes, Twilight,
Fluttershy said with a small giggle.
you told us 500 times.
After the play, Twilight had written a letter asking the princess about why Starsword's name was included in the play. Celestia replied, saying because he was there. Twilight sent another letter asking how that was possible. Celestia sent another one saying she didn't know. By the end of the day, however, Spike was exhausted and in a lot of pain from belting out letters all day.
Oh, can't wait to tell Princess Celestia about this when we get back. She'll be thrilled to learn about this.
Twilight squealed.
So, how long did Dragonlords live for?
Fluttershy shrugged.
I just saying, really. Some, like Starswirl, can live up to 1,000 years, while others can live up to 500. Given they gotta kill or die to disease first.
Fluttershy sighed and her head slid low to the ground. Remembering with a visible shudder that nearly 12 hours ago, her father was killed, at only 116 years of age. Twilight's ears flattened and she nuzzled Fluttershy's cheek in comfort. I am so sorry for bringing that up, Fluttershy, she said guiltily.
No, Twilight, it's okay. You'll have to know about it.
Fluttershy said with a sincere smile. The two went silent for a moment. They took their time to enjoy the scenery.
So, Twilight, are you okay with me living a bit longer?
Twilight took a moment to think over it.
I have to say, it's gotta be a bit strange. I mean, she indicated with a huff to the rest of the group, are going to grow old, and, well, you won't right today. Yet, when we are dead buried. Don't talk like that. Fireside cut her off. Please? Fireside. When we are dead and buried, so I continued, we could become legends. Think about it. In 200 years' time or so, they would talk about how we defeated Discord. Or Nightmare Moon. Twilight giggles as the thought came to her. They would wonder whether we are Solid Celestia, and our voices were powerful enough to topple tops of mountains. Or something silly like that. But you would be able to say you were there with us in those times. You knew us and would tell them what we were really like. Just like normal ponies trying to live normal lives. I never really thought about it that way, Fireside said. She looked back and noticed how glum Applejack looked. What's wrong with Applejack? Twilight looked over her shoulder, gazing at the earplane before replying. She's just a little bit homesick. It has been a while since she's seen her family. But why didn't she go when she said he could? You know her. Applejack is stubborn as a mule. No offense. None taken. How did he get over here? It won't back out of anything, especially your promises. She should be fine after a while. Fireside, however, wasn't convinced. I'm going to talk to her, she proclaimed, and slowed herself down until Rainbow had flown by, and watched Rarity get by with some flowers hanging out of her saddlebags. A few seconds later, Applejack came up behind her. Hey, Applejack. Applejack greeted her, began walking at her pace. Huh? What? Applejack's head darted around, looking for the speaker. She stopped when she saw Fireside alongside. Oh, hi, Sugar Cube. How you holding? Could be worse, but could be better, Fireside replied. How about you? Well, I'm fine, Fluttershy. Does you want to know about mine? Applejack said with a big false grin. Fluttershy shook her head. I know you long enough to know when you're lying, Applejack. Tell me what's up, please. Applejack's sighing, her head fell. Nothing gets past you now, does it? She said with a small smile. I'm just missing my family, is all. It's been about a week or so since I saw him, well, let's just say I'm worried about. Why don't you go home? Your family might need you. You're more important to me at the moment. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just left you all here. I think I'd be wearing my guts all over y'all. Elsac sighed her shoulder slump. I'm sorry about the way your father. Must have been very close. We were, but again we weren't. I was like raised an eyebrow confusing. What do you mean? As I sighed. We were too busy running for our lives, or fighting for our lives. Let us stay silent to each other to truly bond like father and daughter. You know, at time when we really started to get to know each other was before. First fading away, she hung her head, ears falling flat across her head. Wish I could be more comfort for you, Sugar Cube. I really do. It was like said, hanging her head in shame. First I looked up and smiled at her. You are being covered for me, Applejack. Just by being here. So are the rest of the girls. And Polly, of course. She said, looking towards Drella, who was still talking to Pinky about baking. Fluttershy! The Pegasus and Applejack looked up to see Rainbow, looking at her. It's been a month or so since I had a good race, and I was wondering if you could help me out with that. She noticed the hesitation on Fluttershy's face and added, I'll go easy on you, I promise. It's not that. Yesterday when I fell from the sky, I think I might have sprained my right wing when I landed on it. Fluttershy said. Rainbow grimaced. For Pegasus to land on an open wing was a very painful experience. It can lead to a sprain, or worse, a broken wing. Rainbow dived to the ground, walked up to her side. Do you feel any pain for the moment? Fluttershy shook her head. Not yet. I'm afraid to open my wings, it would hurt. Mind if I take a look? Fluttershy nodded. Sure, but be careful. What do you mean be careful? It's not like you're gonna have blazing out! She said as she reached the hoof to her feathers, and had to redraw it again when she felt something sharp on her hoof. She saw a little scratch on the tip of her hoof, with the blood weeping out of it. What the hell you got under there? First I closed her eyes, and closed her teeth together, before opening her wings. Instead of pain, the ears were pulling back. She found it to be very fine. Twat. Apples like a rainbow stood back in shock as fluttershy's wing blades were revealed to all. Even Rarity, Twilight, Pinkie, and Throw stopped and stared in awe at the metallic blades that now rested on her wings. Those are wing blades! Actual wing blades? Rainbow asked incredulously, with no sign of her jealousy. Fluttershy confirmed with a nod. Why, darling, those are simply fabulous! Rarity proclaimed. The unicorn bounced over and started examining the blades closely. Can you really think so? A weapon of death looks fabulous? Fluttershy said doubtfully. Oh no, not to rip your whole enemy's success off it. The design themselves really makes your wings stand out. And they also have style and glamour. Rarity zoomed in front of Fluttershy, looking at her with wide, excited eyes. What made the Pegasus a little uncomfortable. You got to let me have those so I can create 100 of them. Not shop, of course, but imagine the queue of Pegasi outside my shop. I could make a fortune, she finished to quickly add, and you, of course, for finding them. Fluttershy stared at her friend for a while, unsure of how to say what she wanted to. Eventually, she shook her head. I'm sorry, Rarity, but these are weapons of war, not a fashion statement. If you get in the wrong clothes, accidents could happen, even deaths. No, they'll stay with me. She emphasized by tucking her wings back her side. Sorry, she added. Rarity looked disappointed, but agreed with a nod of her head. I understand. You're all right there, about them getting in wrong hooves. I don't think I could forgive myself if my sister got the hold of them, which she probably would. I don't think so. Sleepbell's a smart pony. I'm sure she knows not to touch anything sharp or potentially dangerous objects. Fluttershy says early. Need I remind you of a certain incident involving the forest? Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Yes, you're probably right. But the others, no offense, Applejack, could be quite curious. Are you saying my little sister's dumb when it comes to that sort of thing? Applejack glared at the unicorn. So, Rainbow, how about the race? Fluttershy turned to Rainbow, eager to be getting away for the inevitable heated exchange between the two ponies. Rainbow grinned eagerly. Sure, why not? Rainbow spread her wings and took to the air, followed close by Fluttershy. Rainbow could hear her metallic swing of blades as Fluttershy flapped her wings. So, where should we race to? Fluttershy looked around, looking for a place to get stopped, until her eyes rested on the forest ahead of them. How about the edge of that forest there? Okay, you're on! Rainbow grinned. She got herself into a ready position. Ready? Fluttershy nodded, prepared herself to thrust forward. Does he know, Rainbow? Fluttershy smirked. I'm getting faster and better. We'll see about that, Rainbow smirked in kind. 1, 2, 3, go! As one, the two dashed off towards the tree line. At first, Fluttershy was in front as he spurted her wings at a remarkable burst of speed. Rainbow, however, had trained herself to endure faster speeds, while Fluttershy had. She thrust her wings, making her spurt forward quickly. She soon passed Fluttershy with a wide grin, the blue raspberry her friend, all the while laughing. It felt good to be going at these speeds again, at her own accord, and not in an emergency. Rainbow stayed in front the rest of the way until she reached the tree line first. Oh yeah! Still as awesome as ever! She said triumphantly. Great race, Fluttershy! For a minute there, I actually thought you were going to win. She turned to face her friend, only to find that Fluttershy had stopped some distance away. Fluttershy? Rainbow called out concernedly. No reply. Rainbow zoomed over to where the air Pegasus was hovering and waved a hoof in front of her face. Hello! Turn to Fluttershy? Crows. What? Rainbow cut her head to the side. All those crows. Fluttershy pointed to a large flock of black birds that hovered over the forest. Suddenly, some dived down, disappeared behind the trees. The rest that looked like a heavy rainstorm soon followed them. Rainbow whistled. Phew! Now that's a lot of crows! She turned to look at Fluttershy again. She had a double take when she saw her quickly flying backwards towards the group. Hey! Wait for me! Drella! Fluttershy called. The gray horse looked up and saw Fluttershy's alarmed eyes. Crows! A lot of them! In the forest ahead! Drella's eyes widened in fear and worry. Y'all knew full well as if Fluttershy what crows represented. He suddenly broke into a gallop and raced away from the ponies towards the forest, belly growling with worry. Oh, please. By the gods, let Freya not be among them.
whispered Priya. Yes! Pinky called, galloping after him. Twilight, Verity, Applejack soon followed, galloping past Rainbow, who cursed and changed course after them. I don't understand. What's the big deal about birds? Twilight asked. First I landed and galloped alongside her. Crows are carrying birds, Twilight. They feed out the dead wherever they find them. They're always on every battlefield you find. The aftermath of one, she explained. Twilight's eyes widened when she realized what Firefly was getting at. So you're saying that? Firefly nodded. Twilight gulped, began to feel dread course through her. She realized that she was about to see. Firefly seemed unfazed. Perhaps death was all too common in her life now. She thought sadly for her friend. The 6 ponies emerged from the woods to a large clearing, standing on a ledge of a small hill, looking down into the field. Drella was already there, scanning the contents of the field, while the 6 ponies gasped and their eyes widened in horror. Sweet Celestia Mercy, Applejack said. The field was littered with hundreds, not thousands of dead horses. All of them in battle armor of different types, and all of them covered in flies and crows gorging themselves. Swords, spears, and crossbow bolts still also littered the landscape, some sticking into the ground, others into the dead themselves, while here and there, standing upright and blowing the wind, stood tall, impressive bears, all of them differing in colors, size, paintings. Some of them were ruined by smears of blood. What was worse, however, was the smell of urine, manure, and rotting flesh that hung in the air. If Fluttershy didn't look horrified before, she did now. You let us go back, Drella ordered. This is something like ponies like you should not see. Drella hopped off the small rock and advanced cautiously through the battlefield. Applejack snorted. Since when did Honey tell us where to go? I believe he named Lucio when he asked them to navigate for us through the country. Twilight replied. Well, maybe you lot, Fluttershy said, but not me. Another word, Fluttershy hopped off the rock and walked a clear path towards Drella. It was scanning each of the bodies that littered the ground. Applejack just shrugged and caught up with Fluttershy. The others followed suit. At the far edges of the field were individual horses, shot through various places by crossbow fire, or blasted apart by what seemed to be catapults or trip buckets. At the middle of the battlefield was the largest concentration of battle dead. Horses mangled together with various wounds across their underbellies or exposed parts of their armor. Some were naked where the enemy's teeth had ripped off their armor, or were slayers like Drella was, while across the ground, facing various directions, were hoofprints of the horses in perfect condition. Drella began picturing in his mind the battle as he looked around. He imagined the two armies emerging from the woods on opposite sides, completely unaware of the other's presence to the last moment. Once the battle lines were set up and war engines were prepared, all hell broke loose. Fluttershy trotted up alongside Drella. He nearly jumped upon hearing her footsteps. He looked back and saw the others walking towards him and sighed. You lot shouldn't really be here. This is no place for mares like yourselves. I'm no stranger to death, Drella. Even before I became a Dragonlord, Fluttershy said sadly. There have been many times when I arrived too late to save a bunny from its injuries, or a bird falling out of its tree. That must have been hard on you. It was. Fluttershy agreed with a little nod. Never gets any easier, but I must carry on. They would have, so why shouldn't I? She looked at her surroundings and sighed. Does it get any easier for you to see sights like this? Never. Drella answered with a shake of his head. Meanwhile, Applejack was chasing the crows off with the dead. Get lost, you varmints! Applejack shouted at him, flinging her hat and aiming at the crows nearby. Don't you have any respect for the dead? Applejack, stop, Drella said. Let them gorge themselves. The dead don't care what happened to their bodies. Their spirits are long gone. And besides, they don't know any better. But why aren't they buried? Verity inquired. The unicorn was going greener by a second. Even now out here it's horrible. Not to mention it needs a foul stench. Because we horse kids believe that when a horse dies, a Valkyrie from the other world will come down and release the spirit to their place. Drella explained. So the dead are left where they died, so the spirits could be released from their mortal prisons by the Valkyries that guided away. Rarity nodded in understanding, before galloping away to the other side of the battlefield from where they came to vomit. Very positive horses can't do that. Vicky went after her to comfort her, as well as wanting to get away from the battlefield. Fluttershy, however, was looking at the banners that were dotted about the battlefield.
Drella, what do the banners represent?
Drella looked up from her inspecting dead horse and looked at Fluttershy, and trailed his eyes to all the banners. What, those? Fluttershy nodded. Oh, they were left here to show what regiments were destroyed and who won the battle. Wait a minute. He walked towards one of the banners and saw the blue emblem of the Illusion family. He went to each of the banners and numbered the emblems of the Illusion family to the Palomman families. In the end, there were 10 banners belonging to the Illusions to the 4 Palommians. Dora couldn't believe it. Freya had managed to wipe out some of the most powerful regiments of the Illusion army, and came out with remarkably few losses. Freya won! Dora whooped with joy and punched the air. Fluttershy was relieved that Freya managed to win. Most of all was still alive. She looked around to find her friends, who could see them in the forest waiting for them.
Can we go now?
She asked Drella.
My friends are kind of left without us.
Dora stopped hopping and looked at Fluttershy with wide eyes. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Fluttershy and Dora walked off towards the forest where the others were waiting. And suddenly Dora stopped, staring at one of the bodies for a moment. Oh no, he whispered sadly. Fluttershy turned her head to look down.
What is it?
Dora didn't respond, so she looked to where his eyes were closed and gasped. He was staring at the body of a familiar chestnut-colored stallion, with his eyes closed and a large gash across his side.
I recognize him. From the Heimwart Feast of Castilian.
Dora nodded. Yeah, he was a good friend of mine. Bruno was his name. We grew up together, actually. Never were we apart. He knelt down on his knees and bowed his head. You don't mind, Fluttershy. I'd like to be alone for a moment. I won't be long. Fluttershy nodded and patted Dora's shoulder in sympathy.
I'm sorry,
she said before turning around and joining up with the others. Rarity was on the ground, her legs shaking after vomiting so hard, while Pinky was at her side, rubbing her shoulders and calming her down. Twilight, Applejack, and Rainbow sat around together talking about something. Fluttershy didn't notice. She moved herself out of the way and settled down on the grass, deep in her thoughts. She had seen too much death, from the destruction of Andalusia to now. She began to think that death was following her, in the guise of the crows and ravens that now feasted behind her. Darn it, Raven Queen, you back out of this! And if it was, did that mean if her friends were in danger? If they stayed, did that mean they could die too? She shook her head and ran her hoe through her mane to calm the nerves as she left. Even if her friends were in danger, they wouldn't leave her side. She knew no amount of convincing would make them do so. She looked back at her friends and smiled at them.
We'll make it through, she thought. I'm not going back home otherwise.
It won't be long before Thor emerged from the battlefield, looking sadder and slightly older. Ready to move on? He asked every pony. The head, nodding from ponies, is frantic. Come on then. He led the way, close behind by Fluttershy, then Twilight, Rainbow, Applejack, Rarity, and then Pinky, who was helping the former stay on her hooves. And now I'm playing the Lord of the Rings traveling music! That evening, Fluttershy woke up with a start. She squeaked as she woke and sat upright, gasped for air. Her face was dripping with sweat. It had been now 7 or more hours since he had left the battlefield, and from there it had been an uneventful trip. The sun was halfway over the horizon when Twilight and Dora had agreed to stop for the night. They set up a small camp in a wood just off the main road that was filled with oak trees. They found a small area with a little pond that was perfect for a bath. It was Rarity was over the moon about.
Fluttershy?
A voice that sounded like Rainbow's came from her mind.
You awake?
Once Fluttershy had calmed down enough to look around, her eyes squinting in the dark as she tried to make out her Pegasus friend.
Where are you?
Up here, Rainbow responded. Fluttershy looked up to see the silhouette of Rainbow Dash hanging off a small puffy cloud.
What are you doing up there?
Fluttershy inquired.
Couldn't sleep. So I came up here to watch the moon across the sky. It helps me calm down sometimes.
Rainbow responded.
What about you? Why are you awake?
Fluttershy looked away and rubbed her hoof across the left leg.
I had a nightmare.
Rainbow looked at her sympathetically and asked, Care to share?
Old time's sake?
In flight school, when sometimes the Pegasus had to sleep over at campus,
Rainbow was so excited to stay up and cover Fluttershy she had a nightmare. For which the fairy side filly was almost every night. But Rainbow never cared.
Sorry, I live before a dance moments like this. Friendship or sisterhood, I don't care.
Fluttershy spread her wings and flew up to the cloud that was perched on. She found the cloud to be big enough not just for her, but for the rest of the girls as well. And Thra sat her haunches began telling Rainbow the nightmare. I was in a forest alone. It was night, and I was calling out to all of you. But no one was responding. I began running, hoping to run and leave you, but the woods were unending. It felt like I was running around in circles. She paused for a moment, shuddered as she remembered what happened next. I suddenly noticed a pony standing to his back to me on a path went across the forest. I went up to him and asked if he knew where I was. But when I got closer, I realized the pony was my father. He suddenly spun around, got a hold of me with his forehose, and began screaming at me, with blood beginning to stain down his face and body. I tried to get away, but I couldn't. He was forcing me to listen to him, calling me a failure, a disgrace to the Dragonlords and such. I couldn't do anything but scream. First I finished. Her eyes glistened and her body stirred into memory. Rainbow brought her in for a hug. It was Fluttershy returned. It's just a nightmare, nothing more, Rainbow said comfortably. But Fluttershy was right, though, Fluttershy continued. What if I'm a failure? I failed my flying exams. I failed you all. And first of all, I failed my father. Fluttershy slunted and her ears fell flat. I'm a failure. Now this is your inner demons talking, Rainbow smiled, singing Fluttershy a little. You are not a failure. So why have you failed your flying exams? When I say you were my #1 flyer on that day of the tornado, I meant it. You never failed us. Most of all, you never failed your father. There's nothing that you could have done to save him. Even an awesome pony like you can't do everything. Fluttershy looked up and looked at Rainbow with wide eyes. You really think I'm awesome? Rainbow nodded. Come on. You took on a dragon for Pete's sake and won. Even I couldn't do that. Especially at least kill one. Technically, I never killed it. I just cut the puppet strings from his master. Nothing more. Well, no pony could have done it better. Rainbow said with a smile. Dee, 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 dee. Ah, there goes my pointer gas sensors off there. There we go. Thank you. The two shifted around and watched the moon slowly across the sky. And in my head, folks, I'm hearing Matt Mercer say, they're friends! They watched the stars twinkle, as small chunks of passing comets fly across the sky, disappear, all in a matter of seconds. Rainbow, Fluttershy began. When you say you like to watch the moon cross the sky to calm you down, what does you mean? Rainbow sighed and bowed her head. Fluttershy thought now was her turn to help out. She placed the leg around Rainbow's shoulder and gently shook her. Come on now, you tell me anything, she said encouragingly. Rainbow looked into her eyes. Have you ever considered to yourself the possibility you won't survive this? She asked. Fluttershy moved the leg off Rainbow's shoulders and looked at her aggressively. Yes, I have, she answered. And do you? After a moment of silence, Fluttershy shrugged. I don't know. Does it matter? Of course it matters! Rainbow snapped, making Fluttershy flinch. You are possibly walking to your death, and you don't think it matters? If you do die, Fluttershy, what about all of us? What about me? Fluttershy opened her mouth to speak, but was caught by a Rainbow. When you were in a coma for a month, I was lost. Broken. Spent entire nights crying my eyes out because I'm the failure. I failed you that day, and I thought I would never hear your voice or see you try your Bunnyville again because of me, because I lost the courage that you gained. You came back. I must have stayed up all night dancing for joy seeing you again, and hoped you would do something ever as brass and brave as standing up to a dragon again. Just leave it to the ponies like me. Rainbow sighed to lower her head, speaking in a lower, sadder tone. But now, doing it again. Going off to face a dark, evil creature, putting your life in danger. It shows you're not the pony I had to stay up all night to comfort from a nightmare. Who would run to the first sign of danger. I had to rescue when surrounded by a group of changelings. This new lifestyle of yours, it makes me worry for you a lot more. You're the sister I never had. And she was now close to tears. And I'll lose you again. Fluttershy quickly embraced Rainbow once more in a comforting hug. Oh, Rainbow, I'm sorry for worrying you like this.
She pulled herself away and looked at Rainbow in the eye.
That's why I want you to come with me, so you don't have to worry about me. And you can rescue me if I need it. And I see you as a sister as well. In fact, you're the best sister a pony can have.
Smiling, the two ponies embraced each other once more, and then after a while, separated and watched the stars. Again, those of you who watch Critical Role, remember that scene of Allure and Kima? That's what I'm thinking of right now!
Rainbow,
Hmm?
do you remember how we first met?
First I asked, grinning mischievously. Rainbow went bright red embarrassment. Oh, I don't think so. Must have slipped my mind.
Oh, I remember. Prom night, I believe. My first year there.
She ran up and did the impressive Rainbow, throwing her legs wide.
Sunstorm, baby, there you are. Now give me a big sloppy kiss.
Upon noticing Rainbow's embarrassed expression, she giggled and sit back down on all fours.
Still can't understand how you mistook me for a stallion.
Hey, in my defense, he did accidentally dye his mane pink and had a yellow coat. And for the fact, he did look a bit like him. I just thought he had a wig and was a fancy dress prom. Rainbow huffed. Oh, by the way, you see how Rainbow's talking about protecting and actually acknowledging Fluttershy's growth? Hey, evil rhyming, take notes! Despite the angry tone, Fluttershy could take a small smile on her face. Your face afterwards, though. Let's have my camera for it.
I'm glad you didn't. I had to rinse my mouth out for hours afterwards.
Fluttershy said with a large smile. Now, I joke about the Flutterjazz in this, but have you people been seeing the Twilight material this story's been giving? So did I, Rainbow said with a grin. The two laughed for about a moment. When the laughter died down, Fluttershy spoke again.
But I still became your friend after that. I still have that memory. Even though it might take dying 1,000 times just to get rid of it. You said I'm not the same pony yet. I had that memory. And many others of our time together. I'm still the same pony you knew from then. And I doubt nothing's going to change that.
Rainbow looked at Fluttershy for a moment and smiled. Cassie Total, you idiots! You're right. Sorry if I sounded rude or horrible saying that. It's just weird seeing you a bit braver, that's all. Fluttershy gave her a playful nuzzle.
That's okay. I think me from a month ago would be freaked out if I saw myself like this.
The two sisters fell silent. It spread the rest of the night until they fell asleep, watching the stars twinkle and the moon glow. Okay, I'm going to end it there. But first off, I want to point out that if this was me, I would say that yeah, this is a very sibling moment. However, my brother, who has been able to create a very highly toned Lesliadar, has been known to look at my friendship moments and call them so gay. So, right now, we are going to check on my little brother on how badly he feels that this sisterly moment has been botched, and turned gay. I thought as much.